back to another edition of Value My Vote 2011 101 with the candidates. And we're joined by a 9th District candidate, Mr. Chris Taylor. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem, man. Thanks for taking the time out from door knocking and being in the community to engage the voters who will be watching this. It's a rough year. It's a lot of incumbent dissentiment. People are really angry. What made you decide to run for the 9th District Council seat?
Well, first of all, that's a great thing to see. All these candidates coming out. We need some change. My campaign is no different than any other. We really need something different. If you look at everything that these candidates are doing, I don't believe in one thing that they're doing. If you follow the money, as they say in The Wire, you get everything. If you look at the campaign finance database, our candidates are taking money from liquor stores, the group homes, the towing industry, the developers. The Fraternal Order Police is one of the biggest donors throughout the city to our incumbents, and it's got to stop. You can't take money from these guys and then think when you get in office, favors aren't going to be not going to be expected, and that's the problem. You're not working for the people then, you're working for the people that helped you get in office, and we need to change that.
So what difference will Chris Taylor bring that those who are already the incumbents that are in office are doing now that'll be a difference between?
Well, there's several differences. Mainly one way how we're running our campaign. I'm not taking money from any of those constituencies at all. I'm taking money from individuals only. I'm not seeking the endorsement of any unions or beverage industry. All the ones that are seeking the endorsements right now, asking you to fill out the questionnaires specific to their interest. I'm not running for president of the union or president of the Beverage Association. I'm running to represent the people of the 9th. I'm going out every day. I'm going to meet every voter personally. That's my goal. We've done almost half already. If they want me in there, they're going to put me in there. If they don't, they're going to select somebody else. So you don't need to worry about if when I get in office who I owe. I'm going to owe the people, and that's it.
That's a good analogy. Now, in the 9th District, you have about 9 people that's running. Agnes Welch, the longtime councilwoman, got out and retired last year. Her son Pete got in there for the past not even a year now. So what would Chris Taylor bring that the experienced Pete Welch, who's been in City Hall as a chief of staff for his mother for a while, are people tired of that in the 9th? Do they need a new change, and what kind of change would Chris Taylor bring?
Well, we're going to find out on September 13th if people want change. You know, I can't speak for those people, but I do know we need it. Reality is our district is horrible, and what I'm bringing that the other candidates aren't is I have experience in every major issue that's confronting our people: vacant housing, education, community leadership, all the way down the line. I've done it. I was a teacher at Limel Middle School for many years. At the end of my first year, I was leading a program for at-risk youth. I've renovated over 23 vacant houses in our district and put people back in them, which has inspired other people to renovate homes in our district. I've built the largest community association in the 9th District, Union Square, over 130 members, 5 years in a row as I was leader, and we built that from 20. We reduced our vacancy rate in Union Square from 46% down to 21%. We haven't had a homicide in 3 years, which in my neighborhood and our surrounding communities, that's a success. In many neighborhoods in Baltimore, sorry to say, that's a success. Our crime rate on a daily basis is comparable to any in the city. I'm talking Fed Hill, Canton, you name it, we're right there. And we've done that all from the same low level that we had that other neighborhoods have. It's possible. You have to stop accepting the crumbs that our council people are getting us and demand something different. And the only way you can do that in Baltimore and anywhere, you either have the money or you have the numbers. We don't have the money in our district, but we can get the numbers. We're the largest district population-wise, and if we encourage our community associations to build up their numbers, we could have strength.
And speaking of the largest, the 9th is the largest one with the most vacant in their actual district. And I found out that it's the only district that doesn't have a library, since the question P kind of separated the districts into single-member districts. The only district that doesn't have a library in the entire city. What will you do about that? But not only that, what is the 2 main focused issues that Chris Taylor is focused on now and that will focus on if he's elected on September 13th?
I actually have a 4-part plan. Number 1, we have to reduce our number of vacants. We're going to do that by focusing on each neighborhood to create a community map. It's a computer-aided design map of the neighborhood, visual representation that tells you everything. Single homes, vacant families, multi-units, how many trees are we missing, how many liquor stores do we have, where's your closest library, where's your closest place to get fresh food. You do everything, and you focus on your strengths. Let's focus on the block that only has 1 or 2 vacants. The city's the largest landowner in every neighborhood in my district. Let's start releasing some of them city-owned homes, and let's put half of that money from the sale back into the community. Let's create a cycle where it can actually sustain itself. The problem that I heard you say something about vacants to value, it doesn't work, okay? And we can go into that in depth if you like. Number 2, you have to reduce the property tax rate. Currently, it's 3 times the statewide average, 2 times what everybody else is paying in Baltimore County. You cannot do. We've lost almost 350,000 people over the last 50 years, including 30 in the last 10 years. Now, my plan says over the next 15 to 20 years, we slowly reduce the the property tax rate. We are getting 38% of our revenue from property taxes, so if we do it too quick, it's not sustainable. Over the next 15 to 20 years, I want to reduce the rate 2 to 5% each year. Number 3, we have to be proactive in fighting crime. What does that mean? First of all, we have to get our police officers out of the car. We have 3,800 police officers in the Baltimore City Public BDP. Now, out of that 3,800, only 52% are in uniform. The rest are undercover or downtown. I'm asking for 10% of the entire force, it's 380 officers, to do nothing but patrol our streets, walk the beat. We have the resources, it's about deployment. Second part of that, we have to have things for our kids. We have 55 rec centers in the city, and they're a joke. They're shells. Programming, if it's any good, you have to pay for it. We got to have free programming, from rec centers to after-school activities to sports leagues, all the way down the line. Number 4 part of that, we have to reach out to our ex-offenders. Our ex-offenders in the 9th District is the largest percentage. There's 5,700 of our citizens serving time right now. Out of that percent, 18% are from the 9th District. That's 1,032 young men and women that are going to come back to our district when they get out of jail. We have to engage these young men and women. And then finally, we have to create jobs. I mean, that's the holy grail, right? Some of our neighborhoods, 56% of people are unemployed. 2 strategies quickly. Number 1, our whole district's a hub zone, historically underutilized business zone. It's a federal designation that says that 3% of all government contracts must go to small business located inside of a hub zone. President Obama has recognized that historically we've only been given about 2.1%. That 1% translates into billions of dollars. He's made it easier for contractors to get bonded and to get registered to bid. We need to get our contractors in the district bidding on these contracts. Second, there's a strategy called community wealth building. Essentially, that takes your eds and meds, your anchor institutions. You're looking at Bond Secure in our district, University of Maryland in our district, and then Johns Hopkins, Baltimore City, the big institutions that aren't going nowhere. They're spending millions of dollars every year to do everything from dry cleaning to food procurement. Why not spend that money locally? If you're spending $3 million at Hopkins on dry cleaning, build a plant right in the community, hire local workers, and then give them a chance to buy into the company as employee-based ownership. It's been done in Philadelphia, Cleveland, several places where it's had a lot of success, and it's brought jobs back.
Wow, well, he seriously knows his plan down to a T. How can those who are watching, who you might have went a little too fast for, but they want to learn more about Chris Taylor and your 4-point plan, where can they get in contact with you?
www.voteforchristaylor.com.
Okay, well, there you heard it from Chris Taylor, candidate for the 9th District. Man, we thank you for your time.
Thanks so
and
much.
wish you all the best in your run for 9th
Thank you
District
so much.
Council. And we'll be back with more of Value My Vote.